Kia ora, and welcome to This Explainer. Today, we're looking at the absolute backbone of the New Zealand economy, and that's our small businesses. Look, if you're running a small enterprise, you already know it takes serious grit, determination, and just a whole lot of multitasking, right? But you also know the landscape can feel incredibly challenging to navigate sometimes. So, we're going to break down exactly what this landscape looks like today, the major hurdles that are tripping people up, and most importantly, the massive network of support programs designed specifically to help you thrive. Okay, let's dive into this.
97%. That's the proportion of businesses in New Zealand classified as small businesses. They're the absolute heroes of our economy, literally creating nearly half of all new jobs. But here's another really vital statistic for you. 3/4 of these businesses are running completely solo. That's right, 74% are people just doing it all on their own. We're talking about the driving instructors, the local HR consultants, the specialized tradespeople who are really just woven into the fabric of every single suburb.
But despite all that immense talent and dedication, the brutal truth is that many of these solo operators are really struggling to go the distance. Recent data points to a pretty sobering reality. We've actually seen periods lately where more businesses are dying than being born. We're literally going backwards. Now, it's easy to just blame tough economic conditions, and yeah, for sure, that's part of the cycle. But experts are actually pointing to a much more fundamental problem in the way small business owners are building their ventures in the first place.
And this brilliantly illustrates what's really going wrong. As researcher Sarah Davies points out, small business owners often suffer from what she calls the iceberg effect. It's like they look around, they see what their competitors are doing, and they say, hey, I need a slick website, I need that exact kind of branding. They're imitating the top of the iceberg, right? The stuff you see above the water. But they completely miss the foundational work underneath. So they end up draining their money building these expensive digital leaflets based purely on assumptions, rather than, getting evidence up front of exactly what their customers actually want and will actually pay for.
So how do we flip these failure rates and actually get solo operators the right foundational support? Well, here's our roadmap for today. First, Better for Business Unpacked. Then, the Digital Boost Impact. Third, Support Networks and Tools. Number 4, Winning Government Work. And finally, Shifting Your Business Focus. Let's get right into it.
Section 1, Better for Business Unpacked. All right, so the Better for Business initiative is an absolutely crucial macro-level solution to understand here. This isn't just one single office. It's actually this massive cross-government effort made up of 10 different agencies working together. Their whole vision is that you, as a business owner, get real value from making your dealings with the government easy and seamless. They know perfectly well that spending less time navigating confusing jargon and heavy compliance leaves you with way more time to actually work on reaching your own goals. Since its early days, this initiative has been all about significantly reducing the sheer effort it takes for you to deal with government agencies.
Section 2, the Digital Boost Impact.
Now, what's really interesting about the slide is the data we're seeing from the August 2022 Digital Boost Evaluation research. So the Ministry of Business, Innovation and Employment launched this program to help small businesses digitally transform. And that means not just buying new hardware, but really changing your processes and utilizing data. And the evaluation shows this super clear relationship. More engagement equals more impact. For example, 39% of weekly visitors to the platform reported increased revenues, compared to just 8% of folks who visited once and never went back. Putting in that foundational work literally changes the outcome. Let's break down the tangible return on investment here. A massive 65% of participating businesses were either satisfied or very satisfied with Digital Boost. But beyond just learning new skills, we're seeing a huge impact on well-being too. 55% of users felt optimism and hope many times or all the time, which, by the way, was actually 17% higher than the national average at the time. That's a real game changer. And the bottom line? 23% of all Digital Boost businesses reported increased revenues as a direct result of taking part.
Section 3, Support Networks and Tools.
So, the New Zealand business ecosystem is incredibly interconnected. Instead of just wandering in the dark, you have these dedicated entities basically waiting to assist you. First up, business.gov.nz brings together information from 24 different government agencies. It's your absolute first stop for free tools, templates, and compliance help. Want to stop operating on pure assumptions? Stats.nz provides super reliable data to help you actually understand your industry and your customers. If you're innovating, Callaghan Innovation provides R&D funding and access to incubators. And then you have the NZBN, the New Zealand Business Number,
which acts as a globally unique identifier to make sharing your information incredibly fast and secure.
And hey, if you prefer looking someone in the eye, there is extensive face-to-face support out there too. Remember how we said 74% of people are doing this completely on their own? Well, you really don't have to be isolated. There are 14 regional business partners nationwide. They offer a bird's-eye view of your business through business growth advisors. They can even connect you to Business Mentors New Zealand. These are experienced folks who have literally been in your shoes and can guide you through things like the product development process. Plus, they can help you access funding via capability vouchers for specialized training.
Let's move to and see how this builds into Section 4, winning government work. So, the government buys everything, right? From catering to complex computer systems. But traditionally, those long applications and oversized contracts have totally shut small businesses out. However, there are new initiatives like the Small Business First Action Plan that aim to completely change this dynamic. A key part of this framework is setting a very specific target for 15% of government contracts to go directly to New Zealand small businesses and startups. The strategy basically involves breaking up those massive overarching contracts into smaller, manageable jobs where it makes sense, removing the needless barriers that used to cost small firms thousands of dollars just to prepare a bid.
Another massive part of leveling the playing field is the Tell Government Once initiative. We all know the old way. Small business owners acting as their own admin departments, filling out repetitive paperwork over and over for different agencies. But now, there's a new standard. By leveraging common identifiers like the New Zealand business number, agencies can safely share information where the law allows. It's such a simple concept, but it targets a massive compliance bottleneck, ensuring you spend way less time giving the exact same details to different departments and a lot more time making your business profitable.
Section 5, shifting your business focus. So the crucial point is this. We all need to step back and ask ourselves, are we building our businesses on actual evidence or just assumption? You see, most of the traditional business training out there kind of relies on having a big, broad team around you. But as a solo operator wearing literally all the hats, you have to be smarter. You have to utilize the data from StatsNZ, the digital training from Digital Boost, and the incredible mentorship from regional business partners to shift your mindset from simply working in your business to working on your business. By taking full advantage of this support ecosystem, you can build that solid foundation below the water rather than just imitating the top of the iceberg. The tools are absolutely out there. The real question is, will you use them to transform your business today? Check the link in my bio to watch my explainers.